Hello, good morning, everyone. Hope all of you are doing good, and a very good morning to everyone today. Today, we are going to have a discussion on how IT sector is going to change after the COVID-19 and the lockdown for the freshers. Hope all of you are able to hear me. I am Arun R.S. Chandran, founder and CEO of Neonicz Software Solutions Private Limited. Can everyone please raise your hand if you are not able to hear, or if you are hearing us? Can you please raise your hand if you are hearing us in the chat box? We are 2 minutes away to start the session for today. Hope all of you are able to hear us. So we will be starting in 1 minute, in less than a minute. We are streaming this in YouTube as well. So if anyone is unable to watch on the Zoom, you can stream it to our YouTube channel and you can watch the video there. It's 11 a.m. now. We welcome all of you to a wonderful session on software development career after COVID-19. Also, we will be discussing about the Industry Readiness Program. This webinar is jointly organized by Neonicz Software Solutions Private Limited, Sorstal Hightech, and Key Learning Performance Consultant. We are supported by Hotari Technologies, Kochi. Today, we have experts who share their insights about the changing software development industry after COVID-19. I'm introducing you the visitors, Mr. Vijay George Kurula. He is a learning and performance coach with 25 years of work experience across various roles in the corporate sector. His expertise has been primarily in the field of training, managerial development, coaching, and leadership performance development. He is founder of Key Learning Performance Consultants. And our second speaker today is Mr. Jojo Jose E. He is the founder of Sorstal Hightech, an HR professional over 15 years of experience in multiple industries, and he have handled multiple job roles. He is expertise in building and managing the HR operational systems, handling the team of HR recruiters, which capable to handle end-to-end hiring of clients across pan-India, irrespective of industries. We welcome Mr. Jojo Jose to the speaker's dais. And with you, I am Arun R.S. Chandran, founder and CEO of Neonicz Software Solutions Private Limited. I'm a software solutions architect by my job, and I have experience in working with many MNCs and CMM level 5 companies. I train and mentor students and career aspirants to achieve their goals. Here I am welcoming Mr. Vijay George Kuruvilla to have his speech on the evolving changes in the industry and give his thoughts on the same. Mr. Vijay George Kuruvilla, over to you.
Thank you so much, and I hope I'm audible. This is a joy, my dear friends, to speak to each one of you as all of us look at opportunities that are in front of us, as we look at careers that we want to build, as we look at our own lives that we have to develop from where we are as a student or an aspirant to be a good career person. There are many decisions to be taken. And today is one of those things that you've taken. So I congratulate you in taking the right decision, one of the right decisions to step up and learn what is it that I should do to be adaptable and be ready for my employability. So before we start and go ahead, just a few basic information. It is advisable that you use an earphone if possible for good sound performance. If you have any questions, kindly do ask those questions in the chat box. There will be a time at the end of today's session where we will try to answer all your questions that are asked. If there are any questions that are answered during the course of the program and you would like to have more clarity, we will also provide you the email where you can contact us and speak further. Also, if there are any instructions that come during the program, during the event from the instructor, do this, read this, write it down. We advise you that you should do the same too. So once again, welcome. And we have close to around 20 plus participants joining right now. We are expecting more as they come in. And there are many more who are viewing this on the live YouTube link. And if you want the YouTube link, you can put a question in the chat box and the administrator shall send that to you. So what is it that we are looking at today? Today we are speaking about adaptability in uncertain times. The word adaptability is a very interesting word. We all know that as students, we have changed from being junior school students to college students to professional students by being adaptable. We try to learn new things. We try to put in more effort. We understood what was important. So many things we have done. So today, the focus is how can I become an employable professional while this entire COVID and this uncertainty and this work from home and this remote working, when all these things happen, how do I make myself employable? How do I build a career and a prospect of my career? That is what we are going to think right now. The changes that are happening in today's world, my dear friends, you know that more than I do. It is not limited only to the IT sector. Almost all sectors, in fact, all the sectors across the world are being challenged, whether it is hospitality, whether it is education. But one thing that is common is that all these sectors have now turned to the digital technology aspect and dimensions to help them during this time. So what they want is more and more help from in terms of software, in terms of solutions, in terms of digital architects, in terms of people who can help with their problems. So a great scope right now for the IT and the software industry. That is the reason why Neonicz Academy has insisted on this core area of need. How can we become employable? When I'm sure that all of you can see the slides that are being shown, but the slides are just to help you with the course of the content. More than the slides, it is what we discuss and what we share that we believe will be of great value to you. So let us look at what does an employable professional mean. And already Arun has introduced me. So I thank you, Arun, for inviting me to speak to all these interesting aspirants. In my course of my last 25 years of work, there are so many ups and downs that have happened. The recession that happened last decade, a lot of things that happened with the Indian industry. I had the pleasure and the honor of working in multiple countries with different clients and in different people. And one of the things that is common is the requirement for IT and solutions are always increasing by the day. So let us look at this word employability. So why don't you tell me, in your mind, I want you to tell me, what do you mean by employability? Does it mean just getting a job? Does employability mean I am getting ready in the morning with an ID card and going for work? That is not employability. Employability is our ability to be gainfully. The word gainfully here means to be positively with contribution, that we are doing something for the service of a company or for the service of something purpose that we have in life. So if I want to be employable, I should not only have a graduation and a degree, I should have something more. In fact, a little later, you will hear an expert in people hiring and recruitment, Mr. Jojo Jose, speak to you about certain very key aspects, and I want you to keep waiting for his speech. In fact, employers have now started asking more than what we learned in our graduation. Engineers are being asked questions like, do you know how does UI design work, and have you worked on any project? And most of the engineers are like, I know I've learned, but I don't have an experience. That is what employers are asking right now. So can we be employable in the days to come? And what are the things to keep in mind? Remember some of the changes that are happening in the IT sector today. Here are some of those changes. If you can't see them because of small font, do not worry, I'm going to read it out to you. One big change that is happening because of COVID is there is realignment of IT roles. Office and work and home are together right now. So there is a lot of dependence on technology. If you're employed, the assessment of employees based on task and results is what they are doing. They don't want to look at happy employees, or maybe they don't look at a lot of other things also. They're looking at tasks and results. Not all of them, but few of them. So employability here becomes very, very important to understand in terms of skill sets. Flatter organizations, multiple job levels are not there. Everyone is focusing on collaboration. Mass hiring for specialist skills. All these are the changes that are happening. But remember, the last point written there, traditional IT roles of coding, testing, deployment will still be in demand because the dependence on digital technology is high. So I want to speak to you today of only three dimensions of an employable profession. Simple 3 dimensions. So let us look at those 3 dimensions, what they are. 1, verifiable skill sets that are relevant. This is required for an employable profession. We will explain that in detail. Second, presentable character that is appealing. Even personality, the character makes a sense. Third, adaptive capability that is promising. 3 things. So if you focus on the 3 words that are highlighted there, skill sets, character, capability, that is what we are going to look at. So for these 3 dimensions, I'm going to give you 3 smaller aspects that you can focus on while you build your career. So let us look what they are. First, verifiable skill sets that are relevant. You know what that means? In simple terms, what that means is I have to have skill sets that are relevant for today. Do you remember when COVID came and hospitals and doctors were asked, can you please treat these patients? Remember, the doctors had never learned what COVID was in the past. They had no idea. But they had the skill sets to manage it because they put their effort and their past experience and they used those skills to manage today's problem. So today, that is one of the requirements for a graduate who is looking for a career. Do you have the skill sets that are relevant for today? Not what you studied yesterday. That is anyway part of your skill set. But today, the requirements, are you ready with it? So the first question is employability is important, more important than higher education. I can be a master in engineering. I can be a MCA. But if I don't have the relevant skills, that can become a challenge. Second, stay relevant and updated to the current information. When I say stay relevant, there's a difference between the first and the second point. Now, all the information that I have is not related to today's requirement. Sometimes I need to have general knowledge because sometimes our project might be to work with someone in North India, or maybe work with someone in United States or in Oman or in Africa or in Singapore. So people ask you, do you have those skill sets that are relevant for today? Do you know, are you updated with what is happening? Do you know the latest technology? At least can you remember what they are? It is very important for you. And the third, always be a continual learner. Remember, I use the word continual. It almost means continuous. You know what continual means? I will learn something, I will make it my strength, then I learn a new thing, I'll make that my strength, I will learn a new thing. Keep on, keep on, keep on learning. And that is where, my dear friends, you're going to have verifiable skill sets. I use the word verifiable skill sets because some employers will ask you, tell me, how do you have those skill sets? Have you done any project? So if you get a chance to do a project, even if it is small, do it. If you get a chance to study in a course, a 10-day, 20-day, 30-day course that helps you with an internship, go for it, because that can be a great skill set that you can show. The second key dimension is presentable character that is appealing. What is the first one I said? Verifiable skill sets that are relevant. Second, presentable character that is appealing. You know, many people laugh at this when I show this slide. People say, why is character important? Does it mean I need to wear a good shirt and tie my hair properly or look good? Should my English be good? That is not just character. Character is much, much more than that. Character is all about your personality, your soft skills, your ability to talk to others, your ability to interact with others. Today, we are looking at a world that might be looking at remote working for a long time. So I need to focus on my personality, the way I appear and talk. And that doesn't come overnight. It comes through effort. It comes through constant practice. So build on your personality and character. Second, decide on what you want in life with a career. Do you want success? Do you want effectiveness? Do you want salary? Do you want designation? What do you want? You choose. There are different parts of our life and career that we have different needs. But I want you to focus on few things that I'm going to say. And if it is interesting to you, listen to the next 1 minute that I'm going to speak very carefully. Write this in the depths of your heart. Remember, my dear friends, always hard work is required for life in case you want to grow and grow to where you want to be. Hard work gives you results, no doubt. If you put hard work, you will get results. But more than hard work, there is one more thing required: excellence. You have to be excellent in whatever you do. There is a story, a European story that I read possibly somewhere in the past, of a sweeper who was sweeping the floor, the roads, and he was sweeping it very well. Someone goes and asks him, hey, why are you sweeping so much? It is only sweeping the floor. He said, no, I want to be excellent, and people should call me, even though I'm a sweeper, I am the most excellent sweeper. That is the mindset of that person, to say, whatever effort I do, I will do it the best. So you have to learn from the best, read from the best, listen to the best, so that you can have excellence as a character. So if you have excellence, you get value. So hard work, excellence. Third and most important part is character. We spoke about character sometime. If you have good character, it will give you respect. So think about it. Hard work, excellence, character. Hard work plus excellence plus character equals what you want in life, in a job. People will respect you and give you that. So I want you to focus on it and build your character as you would go, so that success and salaries and designations and all those things will be a side effect and you'll actually get it. And the third aspect here is you should have a sense of integrity. Integrity means truthfulness, being honest, doing things the right way, not doing things that are wrong, being professional, being on time, getting things done, completed. All that is important. And we spoke now about three things. We said you should have verifiable skill sets, you should have presentable character, and the third one that I said that I want to say is you should have an adaptive capability, ability to adapt to life. Action plus adaptability. If you do these two, if you're adaptable, if you can change and do those things that are required, then you become successful in life. Three things required. One, readiness mindset, willingness to experiment, willingness to learn, willingness to try. Today, each one of you have shown your adaptive capability. You know how? Because you took the willingness to come to this YouTube, to this webinar and participate. That shows that you're willing to try something out. So adaptive capability. Second, build a good set of skills, transferable skills. Do you know what this means, transferable skills? Skills that you can carry from one job to the other. For example, ability to handle administration, ability to do Microsoft Office, ability to do higher coding skills, ability to interact with people, ability to work in a virtual environment. These are skills that you can take anywhere, wherever you go. Good communication capacity. All these are good skills, these transferable skills that will impact you across the roles. And the third and the last one is build your critical thinking skills, your ability to do critical thinking. Look at information, because your clients are now going to tell you that this is what I need in life. I need this as a product. Can you listen to it? Can you hear it? And ensure that those people are given the right solution. So 3 things, my dear friends, we said. 1, we said verifiable skill sets. 2, presentable character. And 3rd, adaptive capability. If you do this, you will become an employable professional. Very easy for me to say this on the screen right now and walk away. But the decision is yours. The decision is yours to say, I will make that change in my life. I will go today and say, I'm going to be an employable professional who makes an impact when I go for an interview. I will make this impact when I face a new challenge in life. I will make an impact when I'm being an intern. Possibly tomorrow, few of you might be selected to join the Neonicz Academy in their course that they would run. And in that course, I will make the best out of it. And the best will come to you. So all the best, friends. We wish you the very best for your career. We hope to be of value to you in the days ahead. And we'll be more than happy to help you in all the needs that you might have. So thank you very much. And I hand over the mic back to the moderator, Mr. Arun Chandra.
Thank you, Vijay sir. I am inviting Mr. Jojo, the founder of Sourcetail High Tech, to speak about the industry standards, which is expecting in the recruitment segment. Jojo, please, over to you. Please unmute yourself, Jojo.
Hi, good morning, friends. I'm Jojo here. Arun has explained about my profile. I'm an HR professional with 15 years of experience in multiple industries, and I'm into recruitment industry from 2012. Currently running the firm Sourcetail High Tech, based out of Bangalore, and we have clients across India and in multiple industries, ITs and non-ITs. So next slide. So we will directly come into the subject. What is recruitment? I'm speaking from employer perspective. What is recruitment? Recruitment is a process discovering the right resource from where the potential employee may get selected. You are a candidate. You applied for a job. For how a recruiter or a company select a candidate, I'm speaking on that in technically and present based on present scenario and post COVID, what and all what changes we are expecting. Okay, so what are the steps in recruitment? If you talk from client perspective, if you get a JD job description, we will search a right candidate based on the skill set what the client demands. We will search for a candidate in a portal, whatever available in that where you apply in Naukri or Shine, Times, wherever you apply for a job. We will search and for your profile to get a place somewhere. And we will be shortlisting based on the criteria what the client's given, and as if the criteria are matching to the requirement, we will be forwarding to the next level. Then the interviews will be scheduled. It will be a face-to-face interview. In present scenario, it is not happening. It will be telephonic or video mode. Depends on the option from client what they provide. And there will be a couple of interviews, rounds of interviews, especially in IT segment, 3 or 4 rounds interview. Either will be technically or based on aptitude, and all HR rounds, etc. And once you got selected, no, the HR team will go for offer and negotiations. And once you are okay with everything, then the joining process will be happening. You will directly go to the induction. Next slide. So for that, if you are a candidate, basically you have a document. It is called the curriculum vitae or CV or a resume, technically what we speak. So CV is what? The face document which speaks about your professionalism. So the CV should have, you prepare with your resume always. It should have a proper structure. You should have properly adopted structure which is available with resume creators or with your friends. You can always select a structure. It should be looks professional, and with always use a single font, single color. Don't be too much colorful, and properly headings to be properly defined, and adequate spacing. Everything should be there, and you should always mention the address. Why I mention especially, so if you are a candidate, you are applying from Kerala and you want job in Bangalore. So if you are available in Bangalore, always try to mention your current address. So wherever, if you apply job in Kerala, always mention your current address, because that is important to make a selection or on a shortlist process of the recruiter. So if you are willing to relocate to Bangalore from Kerala, always mention that in the resume, and always have a photograph on your resume with formal dress, and your resume should be genuine. Why I said that? Because you will be copying someone's resume, you will not you will forget to mention your skill set. So it is important that you will be getting the questions based on your resume. Okay, so you should be answerable to what you mentioned in the resume, and the skill set what you learned you can project. Especially that is the main thing what a recruiter, especially from for fresher hiring, we will be looking the skill set what you have. And continuity, what is continuity? Because you will be continuing the education, you will be working somewhere, working with different companies. In between you will have gaps. Always recruiter will ask you what is a gap, where you gone, because there won't be any continuation. If you have a break in between, like after the education, after the PUC or +2, there will be a gap. You might have gone for some kind of training and entered into engineering. That gap should be mentioned. There should be a continuity in the resume, and you should periodically update the resume, because maybe you uploaded your resume in some portal before 2 months. It might be not valid. Maybe you might have learned some more skill set with you. You can periodically update. And on vehicle, why? Because this is important while taking a decision from employer side. If you own a vehicle, because some of the things, maybe the client will not be provide commutation. That cases, this is one of the main area whether the candidate can commute from where to where. So that is a point you can add up, and it should be in a readable format. It like any Word format or PDF format. It can be accessible to the client. So this is a normal resume structure out of the scope, what the resume makers say from a recruiter perspective. So let us speak. Why someone should take a job. Always, after the studies, you will be looking for, you want to get into a job. So what is your prospect to get a job? So why someone wants to take a job? Obviously for income, and for job security, or you want to continue your studies, or social status. You might be, your friends will be placed in some good companies, and you should also get placed in that kind of companies. Maybe social acceptance and personal aspirations. Always like I want to dream to be fulfilled, so that I want to get a job in particular company. That may be the one reason you to apply for a job. And maybe the skill set, I learned some skill set, I want to fulfill my experience into some companies. That may be the inspiration behind to search a job. And next, career and growth. Obviously you should to be placed as per your career, as per based on your education, and you want to be in something maybe in a couple of years. You should have some kind of dream. That will be the motivation behind you will be searching for a job. So what are the challenges you face? If you speak about the challenges, as a fresher, when you apply for a job, you don't have a previous experience. That is the first challenge you are going to face. And inability to convey your capability. You know something and you are not able to communicate to the particular recruiter or the company what is your capability. That may be the challenges you may be facing. One thing. The next thing, mismatch between the job profile and the candidature. How it is you applied for some Java or something, because maybe in some cases you are not proficient in that skill. There may be a mismatch in the job requirement and about your skill set. Maybe the next point, what we're trying to mention, the lack of any specialized or unique skill capability. That may be the challenges you will be facing to get a dream job. Next slide. So as an employer, when we are trying to place some candidate, what we look basically, the first thing, as a fresher, especially what we are expecting from freshers, the energy. So as a fresher, you will be having an enthusiasm to learn something. That is energy you bring to the company. Always the freshers to get a job. Next thing, you will be quick learners. So if you know, see, because in continuation of studies, if you are in a position to learn something, you people will be the quick learners. You can learn something easily. That will be the one reason the freshers will be hired. The next thing, easy to mold. What is that? Easy to mold, because you are sticking to something. It is not easy to stick out from that. What I'm saying, if you are good in something, if you are familiar with some company culture, it may not be easy to fit in other company. Every company follow different work culture. So what a fresher, why a company to take a fresher? Because it's easy to mold. We are with fresh mind. Is that means we can mold you easily. Obviously, monetary benefit. If a recruiter hire um, if a recruiter hire a fresher, obviously the salary providing compared to the experienced people will be low. That will be the one reason what freshers get hired with the companies. So what are the criteria we'll be looking in the interviews? Okay, so we have mentioned here attitude, your learning capability, your academics. How about which institutions you have passed out? What are the courses you've done? What are your academic projects? Based on that, these questions will be coming. Next thing, your skills, your knowledge, your practical experience. So how about your deep knowledge in your academic projects and your way of thinking? Always it depends on the attitude, how you react to the questions. So the way of thinking is one criteria, the one parameter what the recruiter or interviewer will be looking from a fresher. And obviously what Vijay sir mentioned before, gesture, your posture, your confidence level, how confident you present you in front of the interviewer. And next point will be communication skill. That is must. Whenever you want to communicate something, the its demands job profile, many of the jobs demands the communication skills. So always prepare yourself for this. And if you speak in technically, so all this on general point what I have mentioned, if you speak technical, so your understanding of a big picture, like about the academics projects, how, why, what, you should be answerable to the projects. Especially you will have the questions from your academic projects, you should be capable to answer all the questions from this aspect. And the skill set fitment for the job role. If you applied for a job, obviously there will be questions on the skill set, your deep knowledge on the skill set, what the company demands. So be prepared for that. Next, resume integrity. So I have mentioned before, what you have mentioned in resume, you should be answerable for that. So be genuine while preparing the resume. So each and every point what you have mentioned in resume should be answerable by you. And next, about your practical knowledge. So how deep you are, how about your programming skills. If the questions, the company is not looking into the programming skills, something practical knowledge based on the context of the projects what you did will be questioned. That will be the normal normal interview process or hiring perspective from the client side, from the employer or recruiter side. So next we speak about the today's current scenario. So as a fresher, the companies, the industry, what we are facing, 97% of the graduate engineers wants job, either in software engineering or core engineering. But 5% have the suitable skill to employed in software or product market. And 7% only can handle the core engineering task. So that is today's scenario. In a study, what I have seen, a major issue affecting the IT industry in India, NASSCOM data shows that only about 25% of engineering graduates are employable. Even those employees are not readily deployable. IT industry spends between 16 to 24 weeks of training to make a campus graduate to be deployable. And it may cost on a lump sum of 1,000 crores per annum to train the campus graduates to employable. So this is a current scenario, and we can speak before the COVID, before the current situations, before the pandemic. This is the actual situations, and this is a view of an employer from the point of recruiter view we talk. Let us come to the point. What are the changes we are expecting post-COVID? So any criteria has changed, anything has been changed. What are the difficulties? What are the difficulties you may get in a job? So expected changes in COVID, the right situation, the post-COVID. Tech companies are still hiring, will take advantage of the world shifting increasingly to a digital, especially the result of coronavirus. And the domains like education, retail, e-commerce, and digital meetings have a boom. So the hiring may happen or the technologies may develop in that domains. Next slide. So what are the challenges? As a fresher, if you are looking for a job, the challenges that you may face in the current scenario, the employment may get delayed. You may keep on applying for a job. You will be keep on attending the interviews, but the decisions may delay. That is going to be the one big challenge what we are facing post-COVID situation. And you will be in a situation to take a job first, choice later. So as a fresher graduate, obviously you have some kind of dreams. So I need to be something, I need to be have skill set and so on and so. So in this situation, if you are eagerly looking for a job, you will be in a position to take a job first, then make a choice, because you may be having loans, you may be have to take care of the family. Obviously, you will have to take a job first, then go for the choice later, because the name as a fresher has to change, right? Otherwise, it is not common that every companies will be taking freshers. Next thing, the digital skills. The world has changed to digitally, right? Now we are talking through videos. Like this, every jobs is going to be adaptable to the digital technologies. So you should be familiar with, you should have the proper system, internet connectivity, all these things. There are the big challenges you may face once even you get placed and remotely worked. The next thing, you may have get a gap. Even you applied for many jobs, you are in a desperate situations, and you want to do, you are in a position to not getting a job. You may have to pursue the next degree or the next any courses or something. And there are a lot of online courses available. Even they are not valid, you may have to have a position to take that. That are the major challenges we are expecting post this corona situations. Next slide. So what are the changes may happen in employment even after you get selected in the process of recruitment in perspective of the employer? So the employer will focus on the diverged experienced candidate. So you should be expertise in something. You should have get your knowledge in one or other way by yourself. So interviews and assessments will be online. So as we say, physical distancing, social distancing, all this scenario, the interviews and assessments will be online. So you should have the proper system without the streaming issues. You should have the proper internet. So preparing for an interview, you should be online, ready with online. The training, onboarding, and inductions will be online. So that are the changes from the client side, from the employer side, what we are expecting. And focus on the on-job training and the priority for technically strong candidates. You understand one thing, the job trainings, the trainings what the clients, the companies will be providing, not only the classroom trainings, that will be on-job trainings. So even after the training, you will be enter on job, and you will have a mentor to support you physically, or somebody close the next seater, or maybe a team lead, or somebody will be help you to do. In these situations, the company will not be in a position to provide a physical mentor to your work. So the companies always change. Who is technically strong will be hired. That will be the one aspect expecting from the employer side in selection of the candidate. So the candidate with pre-existing skill or knowledge set are the first preferred candidates. So these are the changes from the employer or recruitment or training aspect post-COVID. So we just try to notice some capabilities, 10 capabilities we can say, or tips we can say to succeed in post-corona world, post-COVID world. So the first one is tech savviness. Always nowadays people know the students, you are familiar with the technologies. We need not to mention that, and you should be familiar with the technologies and with the apps. Get ready for everything. So the tech savviness will work out. Now how you are deep in the technology, how you are learning skill or the acquire technology skills, and fast tracking digital transformation companies. Uh, the companies already adopted the system or fast digital transformations. So you need to be comfortable with this kind of technical tools as well as able to work with them effectively. So tech savviness is important to succeed in post-COVID job. And creativity and innovations. This is always important in a job, but here we speak. Spoke about some examples, like the car companies become the manufacturers of ventilators. So that is a creativity. So how the systems or how the equipments can be utilized or molded into a different product. So the creativity and innovations in post-coronavirus, human creativity is going to essential, very essential factor. And the next point, digital and coding skills. The digital transformation of organizations got boost because of coronavirus. Therefore, the professionals like digital skills, including coding, web development, and digital marketing, will become even more important than they are now. Thereof now. And basically, all companies are now digitally based in some way. So the opportunities to put digital skills to work are countless. So you should be acquire the knowledge in these technologies. And we speak about data literacy. So data is something we call as a fuel of the generation. So the companies will be assessing based on the data. So how the pandemic, how the things going to affect in certain community or certain businesses. So data plays a big role post-COVID. For the technologies or the IT segments may change into the data transformation or data, big data, all kind of skills. So professional with data literacy will be even more appealing for prospective employees even before. So there is a change in that aspect. And the critical thinking is always already explained with Vijay sir. So critical thinking, what is that? What is trust? No trustworthy. What are the fake things? What are the right things? You should have the critical thinking on what, and adaptability and flexibility. You should be adaptable to the situations, and even that also explained with Vijay sir. Should be in a position to adapt the situations. Okay, so you should be even flexible to take the work and opportunities. And next few things, what we suggest, because of the physical and social distancing, you should be your presence in social media make a big role. It's like you should have a professional platform like LinkedIn. So keep on update your portfolios or profiles, whatever, and in a professional manner. Okay, this is not like what we are writing something in Facebook. So always the companies will be it will be going to a measurable tool to check the behavioral and personal branding of a candidate. So always create an account, maintain it in a professional way. The next thing, you can create a video resume. So that is even more important, that you should have a video resume with you. So it will be easy to assess a client, to assess a candidate in terms of the communication, the confidence level, and it will be going to the one of the main tool to adopt a video resume. So create a video resume in short, maybe in a 1 to 1.5 minute, which explains your about you and your skill set. And you should always focus on learning a foreign language other than English. Always you should be good in English, but always try to learn some foreign languages even. Why? Because the companies, the countries like Germany and all will be adopting or more investing more into the technologies in, especially in healthcare technology, healthcare segment. So ITs may play or more and more IT opportunities will be coming in the foreign countries. So the final point what we would like to mention is accountability and ownership. This is always important in the life. To act depends on the situations. So always proactive and take the accountability and ownership. So you will become the leader. So all the best for your career, and let us come to the next speaker. Thank you. Thank you for listening.
Arun, you are ready for the session. I'll put up the slides. Arun, you can unmute. You have remote control now. Arun, you are on mute.
Hello.
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah, I was unable to unmute.
You're audible.
Can I have the screen control?
Yeah, you have the screen control now.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Jojo. Thank you, Vijay sir, for your wonderful presentation. And I am Arun. I am founder of Neonicz Software Solutions Private Limited. So I'm running this organization for more than 4 years. And I'd like to share some information in this presentation today. Today, we are going to discuss about the opportunities which opened by the COVID-19. And also, we will be discussing about the organizations where you can build your career. And I would probably discuss about some skill versus the certifications. So what is important, and showcasing yourself, and how to be part of a good team or build a team, and also importance of a mentor in your life and in your career, and industry is looking for what. So these are the specific things I'm going to discuss today. I have a little delay in managing the screen. It is not loading the next screen. Vijay sir, can you please move to the next screen? Okay. So the opportunity. So these are some news which I collected from different medias, which are clearly saying most of the companies or all of the companies are taking a little time to spend their employees work there to take the work from home. So the TCS has one of the biggest service company. TCS has already announced that 75% of their workforce is going to be working from home. And Twitter is announcing their employees can work from home. So even after the COVID situation, this is going to be, and a lot of media publicity has came, and the work from home is far better than working from office. I cannot comment exactly on that, but both have its advantages and disadvantages. So anyway, this is going to be a remote working world in the IT industry or the software development industry in future. And that future is now. We are also already working from remotely. We are handling the teams from Bangalore, Cochin, and Trivandrum and Oman remotely. So all these team members work from home, and all of them deliver awesome result into our software products. Vijay sir, can I have the next slide, please? Okay. Now, after a graduation, where you can build your career. I mean to say a technology graduation. You became an electronic or computer science engineer, or you passed out your MCA, BCA, or these kind of courses. So where are you probably going to build your career? There are a lot of other organizations or other ways to build your career. You can even try for a government job, or you can try for a banking job. All these are possible, but your primary target might be getting placed in an organization or a corporate company like TCS or Wipro or Facebook, Google. These kind of corporate organizations you might be trying to get a placement. And the second option is, it is a risky, but it is awesome to work with, startups and SMEs. SMEs means subject matter experts, or they are experts in a particular field or particular area. So startups gives you wings, like your thoughts, your ideas, which can be put into a startup and which can made into the live, and you can lively see your product is going on live, and you can be part of that awesome team, and you will be proud to showcase yourself. And there is a new evolving thing called gig economy. Gig economy is something like you are not part of a company or you are not part of a startup, but you own a co-working space. You are sharing a seat in a co-working space and building a team of your own. It is not a company, but you will be taking some freelancers and making a team and make them work as part of your found project. So you might be finding a project online, and that project might be taken care by your team. So that is the gig economy, which is actually a flexible working time. Anybody, the team members can collaborate and work, and it is allowed to work on remote as well, which is pretty easy. So that is what the gig economy is. Now the gig economy also have the market in place, and of course you can become a freelancer. The freelancer means you find some websites like Elance or Odesk, where you can find some works which you can deliver and you can earn money. Ultimately, your part is earning money in your life. So that is where you are looking for a career, and that is how you can earn money. So all these four ways, and apart from this there are many other ways, but these four are the focused ways according to me. Here I'm coming to talk about skill versus certificate. So there are many people who call me and ask me, sir, can you provide me a certificate if I attend the training from your side? It is, well, I can provide a certificate if the person wants. I'm always providing the certificate. So what has a value? Will every certificate you hold in your hand have a value or not? That does matter. If you have a skill, that matters more. But where these two things are fixing in your life, whether the certificates or skills, I would say both are equally important. How? I will explain the story. So there is two person. The first person have a lot of skill sets. He know the software development. He know how to handle the clients. He know all those kind of areas, and he don't have any certificates. In the other side, there is a second person who have a certificate from BTech, and he completed his MS, and he is a doctorate. He have a doctor in front of his name. All these things are added to his resume. These two resumes, the skilled person and the academic scoring person, resume is coming to in front of a company, in front of a recruitment. Who will have the most priority visibility? 100% the person who owns that educational backgrounds and his certifications, that he is going to get the visibility. He's going to get the visibility, but if he don't have any skill sets, his survival in the organization will be a nightmare. So that is the challenge he is going to face if he didn't acquire his skill sets. So here is the second person. He doesn't have that kind of value in his resume. However, he finds a way to enter in a company. It is pretty difficult for him to enter a company, but if he enters, his survival will be easy, but he is less paid. So how you can get a more paid work, more paid job or a profession or a career, you need to have both of these things. For your visibility, you need to have certificates. For your adaptability and your survival, you need to have the skills. So skills waits only after you got into the job. So the certificates waits before you enter into the job. So both are important. So please to the next slide. Okay. So here I was actually talking about different type of career opportunities in front of you, and how you can gain the opportunities. The way is showcasing and gain the visibility. So how you can showcase yourself on a particular job? I would specifically ask you to use your social media. Use your social media to showcase who you are. You can share the news, you can share the forwards, you can do the trolls, memes if you want to build a career in that. I would preferably ask you to share your works, your learning skills, what you have learned, what you have learned, what you have built, whether it is a simple program, whether it is something with a Hello World program also you have developed, just show it. I have done my Hello World program. Just show it into that screenshot. You share into the social media and share your happiness that you have done it. Because the person who you want to be is actually in you, but that is actually, making decisions by the public. So I am looking at your profile and I'm seeing a lot of trolls. I will consider you as a creative person. You like a lot of trolls and you make a lot of trolls. But if I see you as a lot of coding, a lot of technology related articles which you read or which you own, that I will be considering you as a tech savvy person. Then coming to the white papers and blogs, you can write about technologies. You can write about programming languages, whatever you comes through. You might have read a blog which you felt it is a good thing, I could also be writing. Why don't you copy and make your own blog from the same by adding your thoughts to it? That brings you a visibility in the online world. The people who read your blog, people who watch your vlogs, that is vlogs, the videos on YouTube or your Facebook pages, that people are going to be impressed with your presentation, with your skill sets. So that is where you are going to showcase yourself to the internet world. Now the world is also running on internet. So you can, you don't need to make a public speaking, or you don't need to make a stage show to make yourself public, that you have these kind of skill sets and you're working with these places. And surround your network with the relevant people. I'm not asking you to, unfriend your friends from your Facebook or LinkedIn or wherever it is. I'm asking you to add more people who are in the industry. Join the groups where actually the programming language groups are there. Join in Stack Overflow. Post your questions, doubts, and answer if you know something. So these are all the things which will give you the visibility. Next thing, contribute to open source. You all have a free access to GitHub where you can develop anything. You can make any library, you can make any software, any website, everything you can be pushed into a GitHub and you can publish it. There are an N number of people, millions of people, millions of developers are actually using the GitHub. They search for help, they search for codes. If you are skilled, you have the capability to make that particular code which the world wants or which the developer wants, that will be an added advantage to your career when you work with the open source. Vijay sir, please to the next slide. And how we are going to be part of a team. In earlier days, the team, every day they meet at office. Now they meet online. Now where we are meeting, we don't conduct a seminar outside room. We don't book a big hall. We are not inviting you to a big hall. Communicating the ideas or communicating what you are doing or what other person have to do, and awareness about your team is approaching towards the same goal. You are not individually approaching to a goal. You are a team. The team is one person. The team is approaching to a goal. So everybody in the team should be aware about what they are supposed to do. In that case, the teamwork and collaboration will be easy, and that will give you, an advantage of being part of a winning team or making a winning team. How you can collaborate? There are a lot of tools like Slack, Skype, Zoom, and n number of video conferencing tools like Google Meet, your email. Sometimes WhatsApp is also helpful. WhatsApp, Telegram, YouTube channels. So all these things, you leverage all the capabilities of these online platforms to improve your strength or your capability or your capacity of your team. Vijay sir, please next slide. And what is the importance of a mentor? So I am having more than 14 years of experience right now. That is officially. Unofficially, I am working before that also. In my graduation also, I was teaching people. So I have, the industry expertise. But still, I am keeping a mentor with me for my career, for my business, to ask my questions, so to clarify whether I'm going in a right way or wrong way. So that clarification I ask to my mentor. So Vijay sir is one of my mentor. The other person is an Infosys solutions architect. He is my childhood mentor. He is actually a software solutions architect who is working as part of Infosys. His name is Gopalakrishna. So I take the advantage of having their experience. So why I need to have a mentor? The mentor is not the one who is a teacher. The mentor is the one who is already experienced, who already faced the challenges, what we are going to face in future. So now I am stepping into a new venture where I will be having some fear, definitely 100%. I have some fear of a fear factor. What is that? So I don't know. I'm going to the unknown space. So what I can expect might be Vijay sir might have faced this already because he already faced started his ventures a long time back, and he might have faced this trouble, and he might have a solution. He might have an insight to share with me. So that's the reason, even I'm getting experienced, I go with the mentors. The mentor will always be a senior to me who already faced the experience. So nothing wrong in seeking help. All right. So if you don't ask, your answer is always no. So I asked Vijay sir, can you please help me in mentoring my ways? So if I don't ask, he's never going to ask me back, Arun, do you need a mentoring? No, it is never going to happen. So we have to raise our voice. I remember one person who was actually rejected from one of the interview by Neonicz. He was a fresher. I rejected him because he doesn't have the skills. Later point of time, he called. I have the, I usually do, like if I reject someone, I say I talk to them and say that I have rejected them because of these reasons, and you improve on these skill sets and these areas where I can try accommodating you as part of my team. So I said this to him. He was intelligently asking me, sir, I might not be knowing about these technologies right now, but I can be part of your team and I can learn and I can contribute. I'm actually not looking for the salary. I'm not looking for the payment. I'm looking for the knowledge. If you can share me that knowledge, that would be great. So I didn't accommodate him at that time also. I told him, let me take a decision by thinking for a while. I was thinking and I accommodated him into my team, and he worked as part of my team. He did well in my team, and he is part of UST Global right now. I don't want to mention his name over here because I didn't take a permission to say loud out his name on this forum. And experience, that doesn't come overnight. You have to be experienced to say you are an experienced person. We will feel dynamic or agile in our 20-year-old or 23-year-old, but we will not feel that when we reaching into our 35, 30s, that kind of an age, because experience molds us. And failures, 100%. The failures are the experience. The success is not an experience. That's a story. Failures is the experience. What you failed becomes your experience in your career, and that makes you stronger. Vijay sir, to next screen. Excuse me. So these are the opportunities right now in the market, which I didn't put everything because I don't have space in my slide. So there are Flutter, Android, iPhone, jQuery, Ionic, PHP, Python, Hadoop, Big Data, and cloud computing using AWS, DigitalOcean, WordPress website developers, MongoDB, Bootstrap, Spring Boot, and Java, Python, PHP. All these have certain opportunities in the market. There is frequently I am hearing this question, sir, which technology will give me a placement? My question back to them is, what your career aspiration? What you want to become? Do you want to become a data scientist or a robotics guy? Or do you want to be an artificial intelligence software maker? Based on that, your career you need to choose. You need to choose the language or the technology which you want to learn. You need to choose according to that. Basically, what you need to do is you need to have some common sense and logic in your mind. If you are a common sense logical guy, you can become a software developer. You can even build a WordPress website with your less logical skills. You can have, you don't need to be a tech savvy to become a WordPress website maker. So there are a number of website making tools like WordPress is available in the market. There are image processing languages like R. There are artificial intelligence advantages available in Python, whereas you can make robust online applications, that is strong scalable applications using Java, Scala, streaming applications you can use Scala, whereas you can make mobile applications using Ionic, you can use Angular, you can use Vue.js, you can use React.js. So there are n number of technologies belongs to the industry, and all of these have a requirement in the market. I cannot say which one is the better technology. Whichever technology you choose, you should be the best on it. Then your career have that capability to grow up to any level. And I would prefer, rather than choosing only one technology, choose one technology to be an expertise and add on the technologies into your resume. Not only the resume, in your capacity also. Once you earned that capacity of developing something on Node.js or other JavaScript technologies or something in the Hadoop, you will be getting better career opportunities when you approach to an employer. So please, next slide. So let's do it. I'm planning to, whoever attending this webinar, I am giving an opportunity to to be part of our developer community, because we are trying to build a developer community or a developer pool where whenever some companies are asking for a ready resource, we can recommend them to the organizations. That is where the plan coming to the developer community. So it can be across India, anywhere from India you can join in this developer community. So we will be having our YouTube channel where we continuously teach the different technologies. And also some of those members in the chapters will get the in that channel will get the opportunity to attend personalized training with us, which is 100% free of cost. Here we are trying to make a course of 15-day Java training program from my team. Sometimes I might be recording the videos and teaching you on the technology. So the core Java, database connectivity with MySQL or any other database we will choose, we are yet to decide that. We'll be working with the web applications, how servlets and JSPs are going to be working, and how we will work on a development of a web application. So we will be working with the web application development, and we will be reviewing your code online, and we will be publishing that code into GitHub. Sometimes we help you to launch that website or a product which you have developed. If that feels awesome, we are going to host it from Neonicz. You don't have to spend any single rupee or a penny for that. That is the course plan we are introducing to all those who are watching this webinar. And we also help the candidate who attend the training program to make your video profile and to furnish, to modify your resume. So what we are trying to make a video profile is whatever the work you have done in this 15 days or after the 15 days also you can make. We make a video resume of yours with help of yourself. The initiative have to be taken by the candidate, and we will be posting that on the social media, and you are going to be famed on the social network sites. That is where the candidate profiling comes in. So once you have that kind of a video YouTube link, you can add that link into your resume and you can circulate it to the employer. How does it feel? You are talking to the employer even before you are appointed there, even before your interview. You are talking to them via a video resume. That's what the plan of this course. Sir, please, next screen, please. How you can be part of that Java training program? We have not yet decided with the number of registrations. Most probably, we will be closely monitoring a maximum of 30 and a minimum of 15 candidates who on Slack, which is the company owns the Slack channel. You can be part of that Slack channel where you can talk to the teammates and you can build your team and you can work on the projects. You can ask doubts on the channel and we will be helping you to clear out your doubts. And we will be posting the training videos on YouTube, which can be accessible by anyone. You can either register to this. Oh, this is not either. This must be. You have to show your interest by going to this bit.ly/Neonicz Neonicz registration. That is what it means. It's bit.ly/Neonicz reg. So where you can register, you can submit your interest in the form. The form is open right now, and we'll be contacting individually to you. And remember, you should be answering the question in the form that why do you want to be part of this program? So that is going to be a decision-making step in our filtering of students. And you can WhatsApp to 861-820-4398. His name is Guru. He's part of my team. You can contact him on WhatsApp to get the details, more details. And that is what I'm actually wanted to share with you guys. And skills are very important in the industry. You can directly contact me by email. I have my email ID at the bottom of the slide and my own mobile number at the right-hand side. And you can visit the website, the company website, neonicz.com. We are training people online. The training is going to be online. The training is intended to make you capable to work in a remote team. So that is one relevant capability which employers are looking for nowadays. Vijay sir, can I have the next slide, please? Here is an opportunity for all of you. If you have any questions, you can ask. We will be available for another 5 minutes. You can ask, shoot your questions. We will be ready to answer your questions. We are happy to answer your questions. Thank you very much for listening to me. Vijay sir, do we received any questions?
I received one question. The question is whether a candidate has asked whether I need to learn artificial intelligence, machine learning, etc., or should I concentrate on web application, UI design, and others? What do I do?
Okay, so I had a slide earlier in this video presentation which I have made. So there are a lot of opportunities in all the areas, in all these kind of industry, like what we say, the artificial intelligence. There are to do more with that project. You can somebody might not have that kind of a logic, but they have a creative design skills with the colors and all. You can with that. You can do an online online web applications which will be visible public. Their website, any companies nowadays will be looking for also on your taste of interest. Someone is saying my voice is a little bit shaky. Let me switch off my video.
Arun, you might have to repeat the past 4-5 sentences.
Yeah, wait a second. So is it clear? Is my audio clear now?
Right now it is clear.
Okay, fine. So what I was telling was, it belongs to your own interest, what you want to become. If you are aspirant to become a artificial intelligence software maker, you can very well choose that kind of technology courses. You can learn Python or R, these kind of languages, which will help you in making your career in AI segment. Whereas you want to build a mobile application or a web application which has a lot of design, so you can learn the other technologies like HTML, look and feel development, something like the UI UX development. So this can be learned, and that can be a good thing. So ultimately, you have to ask this question yourself to understand what you actually need. You may be checking with a mentor as well. If you are keeping a mentor, that mentor will also be able to help you out.
If you have any more questions, you can type it in the chat window.
You can.
There's one more question that has come from one person. Which language I should prefer if I have a taste on data scientist, on being a data scientist?
Most probably, you can start with Python. Python have good number of data science libraries. And of course, there is a language called R. This R also capable to handle the data, but it depends on what kind of data science you want to become. Because there are data in different formats. Their data is not only in one format. Data is in format video, JPEGs, PNGs, contents, texts, right? So all these things are data. So you have to decide on which particular data science you want to make, or you want to be on everything. In that case also, you just need to start learning with Python, which is pretty easy. Python learning is easy. It is not too difficult. Hope that clarified. Vijay sir, did we reach any other questions?
No, these are the only 2 questions that have come.
Okay. So I'm happy to share my answers, even if you are pinging me, you are registering on the Google Forms, you can reach out to me my email. So I might not be responding immediately. So based on my availability and free time, I will be responding to your messages. Vijay sir, should we wait for some more questions, or do we wind up the meeting by?
You can advise them what is the next step. That once again remind them of the next step. That it is also available on YouTube. The link is available.
Yeah, this video, if someone has not watched this video, someone was facing some trouble in joining the webinar, you might be sharing them with this webinar URL, whereas you can, I have posted this on YouTube, so you can watch this from YouTube as well in later point of time. And don't forget, if you are looking for a software development career, we are not only going to stop with Java. We are going to continually doing a lot of sessions in the upcoming days. So now we are going to start the training session with Java, core Java, and the web application development. You can very well register using the form link bit.ly Neonicz reg that you can use. Vijay sir, if you are okay, if you are able to copy paste that link into the chat box, people will be getting that.
There is one question that has come in YouTube channel.
Okay.
All the online certifications, are they all valid for jobs like EDX, like courses on EDX and Udemy and Udacity? Are these certifications valid for the online courses?
These courses are run by that channels. That company is providing you the certificate. The certificate has a value that you have completed an online course, but it never competes with, say for example, you are done with an Oracle certification or a .NET certification from Microsoft or Oracle, or you are doing a MongoDB certification from the company MongoDB, or you're doing a Hadoop certification with Apache. So Udemy certifications or any other online platform certifications cannot be matched with the original certificate. So you can learn the things from the online platform, and you can showcase that you are a continuous learner and you learn these technologies. Ultimately, the certificates gives you the visibility. Shortlisting part will be done by the certification. However, it will not give you the job. You have to pass the interview with a lot of skill sets. So if you really have the skill sets, the certificate doesn't matter at all.
I think that is all the questions that have come in both the channels.
Okay.
Arun, you can conclude.
Yeah. Thank you everyone for this awesome session. I was so happy to share my knowledge and experience with you guys. And also I'm thanking Mr. Vijay George Kurula and Jojo George, who participated in sharing their experience in this beginning of the webinar. And I believe that this webinar is a good one for each and everyone who attended, and you guys are going to be rocking in your career. I'm wishing you all the best. Jojo or Vijay sir, if you have anything to conclude, please add on. Thank you.
Just our best wishes from our side for all your careers. Careers are built on hard work, on character, and on excellence. Pursue these, follow the right mentors, and as Arun has said, the build-up of a good career is based on many decisions that you take. And we congratulate you on the good decision you have taken right now in even attending webinars like this. And we pray and hope that you have a great career, a fulfilling career, and you will be a light to others also as time passes by. Thank you and all the best. Arun, you're on mute.
Vijay sir is asking Jojo if he want to add anything, he can.
Yeah, thanks for watching the webinar, and reach us for any kind of job requirements. We will try to help you out. So we will be working pan India, and any kind of IT openings in future, you can reach out to SourceTel Higher Tech. We will mention the chat box, and you have a common ID to send your job applications. Even not as of now, if you don't have an option, so we will try to catch out in future. Okay. Thank you for participating, and have a great career. Thank you.
You can post your comments if you have any on how you benefited from this. Any questions that you might have, any clarifications, you can type. Otherwise, you are most welcome to end the session, and we wish you a wonderful day ahead too.
Your feedback about the session, you can send WhatsApp, you can comment on our Facebook page or WhatsApp or on our YouTube channel. Thank you very much for the wonderful day. Have a nice day to everybody. Thank you.